Is going to be able to take at least a couple of the little wolves. Faker claws his way out. Now, how is the Lee Sin supposed to get out of this one is the question. Riposte comes down, good charm lands from Closer, and Ona's still going to flash and try and safeguard out, but it's not going to be enough. And first blood goes over to Croco.
He's so close to Faker, who has ult. I mean, ooh, that was so close. He's going to have to claw his way out. I don't know what the cooldown is.
He really does want to claw, but doesn't quite have it available. Circle of Frost is fantastic. He's also got a Blast Cone, and man, Faker did not want to flash.
Yeah, he really didn't. He almost makes it, but not quite.
Yeah, Closer also flashed. Zeus. Okay, I've seen this one before, as Dove's going to get booped back. There's the flash out from Zeus. And even able to get a bit of damage over the wall there as the ward is down for Lift Sandbox. And Owner is going to park himself on it. Dove sitting at 200 health. The charge up, but Croco is not going to be able to find any joy.
It feels like this is one of those games where T1 just actually are just going to enjoy themselves. So like, we have the better draft, we're going to sit in your jungle, we're going to make your lives miserable. And even though T1 are down a kill and Owner died there, they're up on gold. Just T1 thinks, because it's this bot.
Prince also might straight up be dead, as Carrie's just tanking the turret. He doesn't care at all. He's ahead in farm by like 2 waves, Wolf. What the heck's going on as Faker is looking for Dove. He's waiting for the repose, but Zeus is easily going to be able to take that kill. Faker, of course, can go untargetable, and so the dive is so simple. And T1 answer all of
could have gotten so much more value. Teleport here at the bottom.
Zeus is going to get picked off as now Dove. Grand challenge does come on forward. Dawning Shadow keeps Zeus alive for so long that he manages to take down the Vi. Now, can Dove actually fight this out is the question, and Carrier says absolutely not. Q will connect. True Shot Barrage sails by majestically, but isn't going to actually do anything as Gumuchi slinks into the mist, and he will be alive as well. T1 going to win yet another fight, and then just take the Rift Herald.
I mean, that was just straight up hands diff. I mean, they showed so much mechanical skill in this exchange. The shielding coming through there from Owner, as well as the Dawning Shadows coming through on Gumayusi to make sure that it's as difficult as possible to kill Zeus being focused down. Faker teleported bottom right before they pulled the trigger.
Ooh, that went down to 1 health, but not able to get in range was Croco. Also not able to hit the Q, so the escape from Owner, very comfortable. Some shellfish with the constant counter gank timing here for Croco, but he's unable to actually find the Q flash, and Croco's just going to die. Gumushi now underneath this turret, and T1 are looking to grab some plates up here. This game really is starting to turn into, you know, purchasing some crockery for your new kitchen. As Faker's going to get charmed, not hit by the Orb of Deception true damage though, as that Q is going to connect, and he's just fighting against Closer. There's a full minion wave there as well, but T1, they deal with this turret, and
there was some infighting, we had a long pause, and I guess Zeus got to play top after all. Alternate history here at the LCK.
Ooh, we are setting up for a gank rush, as Owner might take the bait. Ooh, was a little bit frightening there. As,
he's like, Faker, check it? Ah, thanks, Faker.
Bloom.
Always scry those.
Oh, they can't eat. Oh, no.
Thanks,
the
Faker.
answers are everywhere. I kind of thought that that was going to work because T1 were playing pretty fast and loose. Now might be there. Oh.
They're just luckier than you two, you know? It's just, it's not fair.
Was Bono lucky?
Bono.
I don't know, you said you two. I had to make the joke as Closer's ulting. There's the Abyssal Dive though, as Carrier's just going to lick Closer. So he presses his ultimate button and then gets tongue lashed, and that's the end of that chapter. Faker now will find Croco, or has Croco found Faker? No, Faker has found Croco. The Everfrost comes down. There's the Frozen Tomb. That Q is pretty comfy, and Owner will help pick that one up for Faker.
Oof. That's a head scratcher right there.
Yeah.
I mean, quite literally, Croco was just a little bit lost on that one and got totally punished. I mean, he's 2 levels down on Faker. It's not going to work out.
Well, Carrier's going to get his fin shook. He's, of course, a catfish. Going to eat that gray health, so
walk it out.
Fine. Yep. Nom nom. Back up to 50%. No worries there at all. Owner and Faker going to take down this inner turret. And yeah, it's a 7,000 gold lead. 7-2 in kills. It's almost Baron time. And yeah, Live Sandbox look like they barely even really connected to this game. It's just been the T1 show from start to finish outside of that one first blood.
Yeah. This is one of those games where he flashes. That's how he was over here. I thought he was actually trying to make a play on Faker because we didn't really get the full picture of this, and then...
And he didn't have vision of Faker either.
Yeah, so it's not as egregious, but he dies regardless.
Yeah.
This is just one of those games where you look at the draft and you're like, unless something goes really wrong for Zeus on the top side, I felt like that was the one place that LSB Sandbox could crack. You're like, I just know this is going to be a one-sided game. Like, I think every single person, even the LSB Sandbox players probably looked at each other like, how did we end up with this draft? And they just locked on the floor like, I don't know, let's just try our best. And then it's 2,500 gold the lead for Zeus.
Ooh. Wow, that really shows you the state of this game, where Croco sees a Senna and he's like, I don't think I can.
Nope, and he's right.
Yeah.
He's definitely correct. But the one place where things could have gone wrong for T1 is their strongest point on the map, where Zeus gets the biggest gold lead across the board on a non-meta champion, Jace.
Yeah.
R5 Jace was the answer all along we were looking for here in the LCK.
And Zeus, once again, is just going to show that it's still pretty good. Getting some flashbacks, of course, doesn't work every single time, but in this particular game, it was the answer that they were looking for. I love the flexibility of this composition from T1, just with the fact that you have Carrier as like a side lane tank if you want it, right? It's just pretty cute.
Yeah, he's like, I can put your weak side wherever you want it.
Yeah.
Where you want it, Chief.
Well, here's the Abyssal Dive, as Carrier is going to look to start this fight. Grand Challenge has been issued now, and Dove says, no, I don't think I really want that one, as that's going to be another charge here for Shirley. She'll be taken down in the end. T1 get exactly what they want, though, as Croco wants round 2, not able to get the punch off. And Faker just claws his way out.
He didn't know where Closer was, so playing it safe. As, yeah, those hit pretty hard.
Nice little shield to be set up there from Kale, just to make sure he takes as little damage as possible. But this tower is not long for the world, as Faker's going to... there it is! There's the flash ulti we were looking for, as Kale throws down his ult as well. Owner and Faker are going to do some infighting for a moment. But doesn't really result in anything whatsoever. It's play fighting here on T1's side. And LSB Sandbox.
This is just gross, man. I'm a bit speechless.
Breaker? No.
The Dom1 series made me really rethink how excited we were for Prince and LSB Sandbox, because they had that one great series against Kwangdong. But this is one of those games where, I mean, just watch how coordinated this is. He's like, oh, Orb of Deception, and then Faker Flash Stun, the root, the kick, the death. But it's one of those games where you realize, okay, we shouldn't make too many broad sweeping judgments in week 1 after one series for LSB Sandbox. We're like, wow, yeah, this team's got it.
I mean, they did look better in that game. This is just it's a lot of hands difference going on, and a lot of LSB Sandbox probably feeling like they've been fighting uphill since this series started, right?
Yeah, and they would be right.
Zeus has done a fair bit of damage this game.
He's done a lot. It's big.
Okay, I was going to have to flash away from Faker here. Faker doesn't actually have his flash available, as the Baron has continued to be leashed here. T1 still haven't dealt with all of the vision in the area, as Gumyushi gets taken down to half health. Croco going to be knocked up here, though, as Faker turns up. They get the Circle of Frost. A very comfortable pickup for Owner, as now everyone's trying to get out. Closer desperately trying to Spirit Rush away, but he doesn't have enough charges. Dove now tagged by the very end of the Piercing Darkness. That riposte was all right, as the Abyssal Dive after the Flash Carrier desperately wanting to get all of the kills. This time around, Zeus picks it up. That's a double. They might even get an ace, as Carrier's just walking through the base of LSB Sandbox here at 23 minutes. Zeus is just trying to win the game. They are done with this one. T1 want to go home.
Zeus has been doing this all game long. Guys, let's just kill the buildings. Let's kill the Nexus. Let's win the game. Hey, look, successful stop of the Baron, Atlas. Yeah. They did not get the Baron.
They did not get the Baron, that's true.
They will get the Nexus, however, and they will win this series 2-0. The most dominant games of T1 so far this season, and honestly, perhaps the most dominant games we've seen. Yeah. Here are the final moments here, as this is just not even really a team fight, it's a slaughter.
It is. No bailout for you. Not this time around. Oh, man, it's so weird how Renata sometimes looks completely busted strong, and other times looks like she does just nothing.
What's that Faker meme that's like, "Here a man smiles"? Like, I see him, I see the little smirk on his face while he's shot calling here. Yeah, and you can tell he's loving playing this game right now. He had a great performance on the Lissandra too. He might pick it up himself. When in doubt, vote Faker is off in the media way, so he might have 3 votes waiting for him there.
I think there would be a few extra ones. I also liked Carrier's Tom Kench. It was very clean this game. And we're no stranger to Carrier Tom Kench votes here in the LCK, but I think Zeus is also an okay one. But yeah, the double